Hello students, today we are going to continue the chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. Yesterday we discussed about the introductory part of this lesson. We discussed about cell and its component like plasma membrane and its function. Today we are going to learn about how the gases exchange or molecule movement takes place across plasma membrane or any membrane. Okay, students, can you tell me how does the movement of substance take place into the cell or out of the cell? How do substance move out of the cell? Some substances like carbon dioxide and oxygen can move across the cell membrane by a process, and that process is called diffusion. What is diffusion? Diffusion is a spontaneous movement of a substance from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. That means the movement of substance from its higher concentration region to its lower concentration region. If it happens, this process is called diffusion. डिफ्यूजन में कोई भी सब्सटेंस इसके हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन रीजन से इसके लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन रीजन में मूव होता है. So diffusion plays an important role in gaseous exchange between the cells, between two cells as well as the cell and its external environment. मतलब the movement of molecule takes place between the cells and its external environment or extracellular fluid, isn't it? Here osmosis is also a special kind of diffusion, but here what happens, what moves here, the movement of water molecule takes place, and it takes place through selectively permeable membrane. Selectively permeable membrane, we have discussed that plasma membrane is a selectively permeable membrane. If the movement of molecule, water molecule takes place through a selectively permeable membrane, it is called osmosis. So osmosis is nothing but diffusion of water, because water is moving across selectively permeable membrane from its higher concentration region to its lower concentration region. So osmosis is the movement of water from its higher concentration region to its lower concentration region, but keep in mind through selectively permeable membrane और सेमी परमेबल मेम्ब्रेन, इज इट. तो ऑस्मोसिस में क्या होता है? ऑस्मोसिस में वाटर का मूवमेंट होता है इसके हायर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन रीजन से इसी के लोअर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन रीजन की तरफ. नाउ लेट अस डिस्कस अबाउट व्हाट आर द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ diffusion, what are the advantage of diffusion. So diffusion is very helpful in gases exchange between the leaves and air. So the carbon dioxide is taken in or oxygen is given out during photosynthesis due to diffusion. Transport of food material takes place in phloem through diffusion. Water is lost from the plant is based on the principle of diffusion, that means transpiration. The loss of water from the plant in the form of water vapor is called transpiration, and it occurs through diffusion only. And the movement of ions and solute from one cell to another cell, it also takes place through diffusion. Now let us see the movement of water. Movement of water across semi-permeable membrane is called osmosis, isn't it? So it is called osmosis. Look here, concentrated sugar solution is kept. In this compartment dilute sugar solution is kept, and this two sugar solution is separated by a semi-permeable membrane. You can see this, and in concentrated sugar solution you can see sugar molecules are more and water molecules are less. So here water concentration is less, but here sugar concentration is less, but water molecules are more. You can see. So In dilute sugar solution, water concentration is more, and in this solution water concentration is less. So movement of water will take place from dilute sugar solution to concentrated sugar solution, isn't it? Because water moves from its higher concentration to its lower concentration level. So what will happen if water moves this side? तो इस साइड का जो वाटर लेवल है वो राइज अप होगा. सो यू कैन सी इन दिस पिक्चर, सो वाटर हैज मूव्ड to this side, so here the water movement is going, water level is going to up, isn't it? So here water level has raised up because the movement of water has taken place towards this side. So in this way what happens, so this side water will increase and this side water will decrease, but it will become once equally concentrated. Let us see what are the significance of osmosis. It helps in absorption of water by root and root hairs. Water moves from one cell to another cell through osmosis. It controls the amount of water within the cell. It controls various physiological activities like movement of solute by or movement of minerals or transport of food or transport of sugar. This all takes place through osmosis. Ripening and closing of stomata is also based on the principle of osmosis. Splitting of fruits due to over irrigation. Sometimes over irrigation से फ्रूट्स जो है वो बर्स्ट हो जाते हैं बिकॉज वाटर गेट्स इंटर्ड इनटू द फ्रूट्स एंड फ्रूट स्वेल अप एंड स्प्लिट्स, एंड ड्यू टू डिहाइड्रेशन ऑफ फ्रूट्स एंड सीड्स इट डेहिशंस मतलब इट स्प्लिट्स, इट रप्चर्स एंड उसमें क्रैक्स आ जाते हैं. और इट इज़ ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर डिस्पर्सल, एंड डिस्पर्सल इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट ऑफ फॉर द new plant generation. On the basis of water concentration or solute concentration, the solutions can be categorized into three categories: hypotonic, isotonic and hypertonic solution. What is hypotonic solution? Hypo means less, tonic means concentration. If the medium surrounding the cell has higher water concentration than the cell, that means the medium surrounding the cell has less solute concentration. Because it has higher water concentration, that means it has less solute concentration, or the outside the solution is very dilute. Why? Because there is less solute. So in this case what will happen? The cell will gain water by osmosis, and this osmosis is called endosmosis. Understand it? We have studied in osmosis water moves from its higher concentration to its lower concentration, isn't it? तो अगर किसी सेल को एक ऐसे सॉल्यूशन में रख दिया गया है जिसका वाटर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज़्यादा है, मतलब सेल के अंदर वाटर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन कम है और सेल के बाहर वाटर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज़्यादा है, तो वाटर मूवमेंट कहाँ से होगा? बाहर से सेल की तरफ. मतलब द सॉल्यूशन विच इज सराउंडिंग द सेल, फ्रॉम दैट सॉल्यूशन वाटर विल मूव टुवर्ड्स द सेल. दैट मीन्स सेल विल गेन वाटर, and this is osmosis only, no? So water is moving in towards the cell. So inward movement of water to the cell from its surrounding is called endoosmosis, because water is moving in, and such solution is called hypotonic solution, because the solution which is taken is dilute. It has more water concentration but less solute concentration. और इसमें क्या होगा, जब वाटर सेल के अंदर जाएगा तो सेल विल स्वेल अप and it becomes turgid. It becomes turgid, isn't it? Cell becomes turgid. Now let us discuss the second case, isotonic. Iso means similar, tonic means concentration. If the medium surrounding the cell has equal water concentration as the cell, that means कि बाहर का जो मीडियम सराउंडिंग सॉल्यूशन है उसका कॉन्सेंट्रेशन और सेल के अंदर का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन दोनों इक्वल है, तो इसमें क्या होगा, वेयर द मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर टेक्स प्लेस, देयर इज नो नेट मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर will be taking place across the cell membrane because solution is taken here isotonic, both have equal concentration, both are equally diluted, both are equally concentrated, so there is no net movement of water. In this case water will no move, and if water will not move, so cell size will not be changed at all, so cell size will stay the same size, isn't it? Now next, hypertonic solution. If the medium surrounding the cell has lower concentration of water, that means it is more concentrated solution, it contains more solute but less water. अब सोचिए, अगर इस तरह के सॉल्यूशन में जिसमें वाटर कम है सॉल्यूट ज़्यादा है, इसलिए ये हाइपरटोनिक है. हाइपर मतलब ज़्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है, ये तो ज़्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सॉल्यूट, नॉट इन द ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ वाटर. सो वाटर इज लेस हियर. अगर उसमें सेल को डाल दिया जाता है तो क्या होगा, सेल में वाटर कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज मोर, so water will move from its higher concentration to its lower concentration region. So water is more in the cell and water concentration is less outside, so water will start moving from cell to outside. That means cell will lose its water by osmosis. So this outward movement of water from the cell to its external solution is called exosmosis, and the solution which is taken here is hypertonic solution. और क्या होगा, तो फिर जब सेल से पानी बाहर निकलना शुरू होगा तो सेल साइज विल डिक्रीज, द सेल विल shrink, isn't it? The shrinkage, this shrinkage of cell when it is kept in hypertonic solution is called plasmolysis. It is called plasmolysis, isn't it? Plasmolysis. Here we can see all the three types of solution: hypertonic solution, isotonic solution, hypotonic solution. Hypertonic solution, when the cell is kept in hypertonic solution, water will come out, and if water will come out, cell will shrink. And isotonic solution, so there is no net movement of water will be taking place, so जितना पानी अंदर जा रहा है उतना ही पानी बाहर आ रहा है, so net movement is zero, so cell size will not change. If solution is hypotonic and cell is kept in hypotonic solution, इसका मतलब ये है कि सेल में पानी का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन कम है और बाहर में वाटर का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज़्यादा है, सो बाहर से पानी सेल की तरफ मूव होगा और इससे क्या होगा, सेल विल स्वेल अप और उसका साइज बढ़ जाएगा. Just now we have studied plasmolysis. Plasmolysis is the process in which cell loses its water in hypertonic solution. When cell is placed in hypertonic solution, it loses its water and it shrinks, and this shrinkage of the cell when it is kept in hypertonic solution is called plasmolysis. You can see in this picture, this is the normal cell. When it is kept in hypertonic solution, cell showing contraction of cytoplasm starts decreasing, and here you can see the cell slowly decreasing, and at last it becomes like this, and this becomes a plasmolyzed cell, shrinked cell. Movement of materials. It may be solid materials, it may be fluid materials. Cell membrane is very much flexible, and this flexibility of the cell membrane enables the cell to engulf in food and other materials from its external environment. कुछ अदर मटेरियल या जो सॉलिड मटेरियल है ये अपने एक्सटर्नल इन्वायरमेंट से इंगल्फ करके अंदर लाता है, कभी कभी बाहर भी आता है. तो जब अंदर आता है, दिस अंदर आने को ही एंडोसाइटोसिस कहते हैं. तो सच अ प्रोसेस इन विच cell engulf in the food and other materials from its external environment is called endocytosis. Amoeba acquires its food through this process only, through endocytosis. There are two types of endocytosis on the basis of the types of material, nature of material. If there is solid material is coming into the cell, then it is called phagocytosis. If fluid material is coming into the cell through plasma membrane, then it is called pinocytosis, isn't it? So phagocytosis when cell takes in solid materials through plasma membrane, and pinocytosis when the cell takes in fluid matter through plasma membrane. Here we can say this is phagocytosis, solid food particles coming into the cell. Pinocytosis, extracellular fluid is coming into the cell. And here one more type can be present, receptor mediated endocytosis. Sometimes their receptor is needed to carry the material into the cell. When the material comes into the cell through plasma membrane is called endocytosis, but when it goes out of the cell it is called exocytosis. तो बाहर क्या जाएगा, जो सेल में जरूरत नहीं है वो सेल से बाहर आएगा. तो what are not needed or what are the important thing which is needed to other cells or other part of the body, that is secretion. So when there is exudation of secretion or waste material is coming out of the cell through plasma membrane is called एक्सोसाइटोसिस, और इट इज ऑपोजिट ऑफ एंडोसाइटोसिस. एंडोसाइटोसिस में अंदर आता है और एक्सोसाइटोसिस में बाहर जाता है. So just opposite of endocytosis. And when the metabolic wastes are thrown out of the cell, जब metabolic waste जब बाहर आता है, this process is called ephagy. Ephagy. You can see some materials are coming outside. So this extracellular fluid में materials आ रहे हैं, and this is called exocytosis. So far we have discussed about the plasma membrane or cell membrane. Now we are going to discuss in cell wall. Cell wall is the characteristic features of plant cells, because cell wall is present only in plant cells in addition to the plasma membrane. It is a rigid outer covering called cell wall. It lies outside the plasma membrane. You can see here it lies outside the plasma membrane. ये प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन के बाहर का लेयर है. प्लांट सेल में ये केवल प्रेजेंट है होता है. और सेल वॉल इज कंपोज्ड ऑफ सेलुलोज. ये सेलुलोज का बना है. इट इज नॉन लिविंग पार्ट ऑफ द सेल. व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ सेल वॉल? इट गिव्स शेप, इट गिव्स रिजिडिटी टू द सेल, इट गिव्स मैकेनिकल स्ट्रेंथ, it gives support to internal structure of the cell, and it also protects cells from osmotic bursting, and it also helps in expansion of cells. So cell wall is the characteristic features of plant cells only. It is not present in animal cell. In the next section we'll discuss about nucleus and cytoplasm, other two important components of the cell.